So I still see 2 lines. So I'm gonna call my OB. Okay, so I'm going to try, let's see here. We all know why I am here filming this video right now. So I took another one like just this morning because I wanted to confirm it is the 27th of November. Is that correct? Let me check. Okay, so I checked. It is the 27th today, and I just took another pregnancy test and it also came out positive if you look. So basically, I took one on the 20th. That was the one that was identical to this one. It came in the exact same box, and that one was with that faint line and led me to doubt. So then I got the digital one, and the digital one is the reaction that you have already seen. If you haven't, I will link it up here so that you can watch it. But if you're watching this video, you already watched that one. So I haven't set my OB appointment yet, even though it's been it's been a week. Wow, it's been a week since I took the test because today is Friday and I took the test on the 20th, which was Friday of last week. So I haven't set it yet because I wanted to get this one to show more, because then I know that like all the hormones are there to where it makes it a vivid test before I go in there and I tell them, hey, listen, I got a test, and they tell me I'm, you know, losing my mind. So that has happened. So this would be considered, I looked at my baby app, and so I guess I wanted to make an update video on like what is going on, what led on to this, what is happening. So basically I'll start off with my cycle. On the 25th of October, I did have a cycle, but it was like the most random thing. It was like spotting, but I thought it was normal since I hadn't had a period in 3 years because of my IUD situation. And if you have not seen that video, I will link that one up here as well, because there's a lot of stuff that's gradually working up to this. So with that one, there was a case where I would think I would have a strange cycle, so I didn't think much of it. And it went on for about 8 days. So it was like the 25th, the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, and the 29th. I was like, oh, okay. Like, it was spotting, but it wasn't like full on like blood. It was just like here and there. And like, to be honest, I didn't even really honestly have to wear either a pad or a tampon because it was that light. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then there was like a 3-day break. And in the 3-day break, it would go again. So it was like I had a 3-day break and then some spotting after that for about 2 days. So it was very strange. It was like the strangest period I've ever had. But like I said, what I thought was that it was because of me taking an IUD out and not having a period for 3 years. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm still going to track it because I know when my cycle is. I know the dates that I start my period, and I know all of that stuff. Well, working up to November, and then my app is telling me that based on what I've been tracking, it should start on the 23rd, the 24th. So then I'm like, well, it's the 20th. It's like 3 or so days prior to me continuing it. And I was like looking and looking to see, is it too early? Is it too early to take a test? Like, could I take a test? Could I go on ahead and do that? So I looked at my little app. I downloaded a new app to see if anything else could give me more info. And then one of them said that I could go on ahead and take a test. So then I did, and it showed that really faint line, and I went to the store, got one that was digital, and voila. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm checking to make sure that the pregnancy does stick, because if it does stick, that means that I can go to the OB with confidence and they can ask me if I took a test or not, and then I can tell them yes I did, and we can go on there. I already tried to call, but they're closed because, you know, Thanksgiving holiday. So first thing Monday, I'm going to call them to set the appointment because now I have a full-on test. That's gonna be okay. So this is going to be my 1 and 4 week pregnancy update. Oh my gosh, pregnancy update. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm thrilled about it. I would have done something like this whenever I had my first pregnancy with Sebastian, because that was so cool and such a roller coaster. And that being my first pregnancy, I thought it was so amazing. I mean, feel like it all happened so quickly that I was traumatized the entire time, but it was so cool that I wish I could have vlogged it and videoed it, but I did not start vlogging until after Sebastian was born, literally October, the next month after he was born. All of that traumatizing stuff, and I was like, man, what am I gonna do with myself? So then that's whenever I started doing that. So a couple of things that I guess I haven't really noticed much of a difference. I didn't really feel any different. The only thing is that my dog does follow me around everywhere, so that is one thing that kind of, you know, threw me off. There's also a video, I don't know if people believe in intuition or stuff like that happens prior to your pregnancy or prior to you finding out that you're pregnancy, like things that are supposedly like, if you're Latino, you kind of know, where it's like, oh, if a baby does this, then it means that he is, like, he's gonna have a baby sister or baby brother, or, oh, like, it's not like old wives' tales, but it's like superstitious kind of things. And I remember one day, and I'm going to insert the clip here and let you know, but I came back from work one day and Sebastian was just like playing on the floor with his little cars, and he was just saying, my friend loves me, my friend loves me, my friend loves me. And I thought to myself, that's weird. Like, we're in quarantine. Sebastian has not left the house in like the whole year, since like February or March or whatnot. So then I start thinking to myself, who is he talking about? So then I ask him and I'm like, hey baby, who are you talking about? And he's like, my best friend. My best friend loves me. And I'm like, this has just turned into something worrisome to like something spooky. Like, who is he talking about? Like, who? So then I sit down and I ask him and I'm like, baby, who are you talking about? And he's like, my best friend. My best friend loves me. My best friend play with me. My best friend play hide and seek with me. And I'm like, what? So then I ask him, I'm like, where is your best friend? Like, does your best friend come over to the house? Is your friend coming to the house? And I'm like, where is your best friend? And he was like, in your belly, silly. And this was like way before I even thought of taking a pregnancy, way before any of this stuff. Like, what? And I know this is probably so early to even think of, but I was like, this is so wild to me. And you know how little kids have that little intuition that I guess we've lost, I don't know. But that is one of like the superstitious things that if you're Hispanic, you know about, where it's like little kids like know things. So I will, if you do not believe me, I promise, like, I literally was as shook as you were. And he did this for about a week, like went on and on and on and on about this best friend loving him for like a week straight. And I took videos of it because I thought it was just so like bizarre. But I'll insert clips of it now. Okay, so something really funny and weird and strange is going on right now. Sebastian, baby, did you already eat your vitamins?
Mommy.
What? Your friend gave them to you?
Yeah.
And who's your friend?
My friend loves me.
Your friend loves you?
Yeah.
Where's your friend?
It's your baby.
Where?
Your baby.
Show me where. Where's your friend?
I'm your baby.
Your
baby.
Your friend is in my belly?
Yeah.
And what's his name?
That's like me.
What's his name?
That's like me.
He's a baby like you?
Yeah.
Is he big?
Yeah.
How big is he? Okay, so now that you've seen that, you know what I mean. But with that being said, I've also had about 2 vivid dreams, and I know I feel like it's really early to be able to like have vivid dreams, but I feel like it's already happening to me, and that's one of those things that I do have whenever I'm pregnant. I do have vivid dreams, and I've had 2 of them so far. One, that painting that's in our living room with the sailboat, which we have there for inspiration because that's like one of our life goals. Jeffrey's life goal is to own a sailboat someday. And so we really love that picture, and I don't know what was happening, but the picture broke, like the frames on it broke, and I was crying about it. And then something else that I dreamed was something about losing pictures and crying about them, which is something I've done twice in my life. Lose pictures and cry about them. And that's, I guess, some of the things that have been bizarre. Oh, and then like I guess the imaginative stuff that I guess we believe in. Which, like I said, the only reason why I'm pointing these out is because I am Hispanic and I am allowed to believe in these because this is part of, like, I guess the culture that we have. And being Latino, you kind of have those things that happen and kind of lead to you knowing things. Kind of like you have a, you know what I mean, if I'm explaining myself properly. And physically, what things have changed? Well, I'm not nauseous yet, but I know it's probably coming. My face is still okay. I'm not broken out. I honestly still have scarring from Sebastian's pregnancy because whenever I am pregnant, my hormones are so crazy that my whole face breaks out, like really bad, like my cheeks. They're so awful. So I'm preparing myself for that, like moisturizing my face, hydrating my face, and like making sure to wash it because I know it's about to get really bad. So that's one of those things. And I'm also using the mommy lotion so that I don't get like really awful stretch marks, even though we all know that it's in genetics. If our mothers got stretch marks, we're probably also going to get stretch marks. But if our mothers did not, then we will be less likely to get some because, like I said, stretch marks are something that are genetic. And I only get stretch marks in 2 parts of my body, which I will show you. Like, I'll show you a belly shot of what my belly looks like right now at 4 weeks pregnant. I'm 4 weeks pregnant. Oh my gosh, I didn't think I'd say that. It's super early. Other than that, I don't think I've had anything crazy happening to me. Besides getting a pregnancy test that's positive. Like, that's wild to me and I still can't believe it. Also, Jeffrey and I did start trying as soon as I got my IUD taken out. We did start trying, we just didn't wait because, like I was telling you guys whenever I was showing and sharing the test results, I'm really sad that Sebastian hasn't had anybody to play with during this quarantine. Like, what was I thinking not having my kids exactly like I planned 2 years apart? Because now they're gonna be 4 years apart, 3 to 4 years apart, and I mean, that is a big gap, but I feel like it's still good, you know? So I'm still gonna be happy and I know that it'll be okay. And even though Sebastian didn't have anybody to play with during quarantine, he always has me and it'll be super exciting and super fun for him. But like I said, now I'm gonna show you my belly shot. Okay, so this is what I look like now, and it is morning time. So as you can see, there's nothing there right now. There's no such thing as a baby bump. No baby bump yet. It's all super, not flat, but it's jiggly. Also, one thing that I do want to share, let me relax my muscles. Whenever you are pregnant, I know that these muscles separate, like these muscles that you have here, separate. So these, if I flex, they're still tight. So they haven't yet separated. But whenever I do get pregnant, I know, like, I think I was like, what, 4 weeks pregnant or something? No, hold on, 4 weeks pregnant right now. I think I was like 5 months and I could feel these muscles separating so that they would allow the belly to get larger. So right now, I'll show you guys what it looks like. If I push in, it's all hard. But once it progresses, you'll be able to see. So this is what it looks like. And this is as far as like it goes in, so it's like fine. And it is morning time, so I have not ate anything. That's probably why it looks like that. But also wanted to share where I get the stretch marks. I get stretch marks back here. This is the area where I get stretch marks. So if you look really closely, you can probably see stretch marks from my first pregnancy. And then I get stretch marks bad in this area here. But I'm not gonna show those because, you know, that'd be wild. So if you look, you can kind of see some stretch marks here from like Sebastian's pregnancy, which they're very faint. But like I said, I do use that's a little too much TMI, I know, I'm so sorry. For everyone watching that just sat through that, I apologize, but that's my belly. I assume there'll be a baby bump there. but there's nothing there because it's only 4 weeks. 4 weeks pregnancy update. Literally, I'm like shook. But like I said, this stuff is really good. I used this my first pregnancy, and I don't get the special like in the tub balm. The only one I use is just this one. And this one doesn't smell that awful. It smells alright, I think. Yeah, it doesn't smell bad. It's very, very moisturizing, and it's really thick. So I put it on every night before bed. Oh, and I forgot the prenatals that I am taking. Hold on. Okay, so these are the prenatals that I'm taking. I'm literally just taking the pharmacy CVS ones. And I did start taking these the day that I went to the OB/GYN to take my IUD out, because I did tell her that we were trying. Also, that's getting it taken out for obvious reasons. She also told me to start taking my prenatals so that I'd have all those vitamins that I need in me. Anyways, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. Thank you so much and for watching, and I really hope that you guys stay with me while this journey progresses. It's gonna go by super quickly. I know with Sebastian it went by super fast, but like Sebastian's pregnancy, I am enjoying every second of this one, and I'm telling myself this is like me enjoying this to the fullest, because this is something that only happens like once in a lifetime. Like, I'm never going to be pregnant with this particular baby ever again. Just like during Sebastian's pregnancy, I was only gonna be pregnant with him one time. I was only gonna breastfeed him like that, of course, for 2 years or 1.5 years, but literally that particular breastfeeding moment was only gonna be like that moment. So I try to remind myself and to tell myself, be happy in this particular second right here. I'm living it to the fullest, and I'm really happy right now. Jeffrey's very excited. He's like shook. In the video, I think he says there's gonna be 2 of me running around over here. He's referring to Sebastian and the other baby, because literally all the babies are like gonna be like him. I feel like they all get their father's traits more than their mother's. Of course, that's what we do. We give birth to miniature husbands that we have. That's why we pick the husbands we like, right? But anyways, I will leave you guys with at that. I will be setting up my appointments. I don't think I will be able to film in those, but if I could, I definitely would take you guys along with them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you did enjoy this video. Remember to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more baby updates. This has been week 4, well, week 1 through week 4, because that's all the things that have been happening between week 1 and week 4. Thank you guys so much for watching.